same sense. Literally. When I say I am so excited for you to join me this weekend, it's gonna be such a fun time. In fact, it already started yesterday, which I'm gonna get into in a second, but it has been a minute since we have hung out here in the D and been in the area, and it's truly about getting back outside and really learning to show up in a lot of very different ways this weekend. So welcome back, boo. If you happen to be new here, I am Jordan Blackwell, your sustainable materials bestie turned lifestyle creator, helping you really just find what's going to feel good, not just in style, but in life. And that's kind of why I started doing the vlogs on the weekend, to really take you along behind the scenes, and we can just hang out even more. On tap for this weekend, I will show you what happened last night, because when I say Amber has really been doing a lot of big things in Detroit, it's been so dope to watch, because as someone who's really tried to build out community here in Detroit, I mean, I was having events back in 2016 like this blogger brunch and these blogger brunches. Like, it's really dope to see how much the creative scene has grown here in the city since then, and really just the amount of people ready to kind of take it seriously. But also learning that a lot of us are kind of in the same boat of overthinking, being in our heads, having kind of social anxiety. So before we get into the rest of the fun weekend, let me go ahead and rewind it to last night at Social in the City's Creator Mixer at AC Hotel.
Perfect.
First of all, the AC Hotel at least is new to me, so that was really gorgeous to see. Definitely another photo shoot location, because the manager turned out to be really cool. That is something I feel like a lot of the girlies who create content do not talk about, is that 9 times out of 10 when we are creating content, it's more like we're gonna sneak in and ask forgiveness while we take our content. And you're gonna also see what it looks like for me to create content, because I have a fun campaign with True Religion that I will be shooting, so the content needs to get done today. But one of the really big takeaways I will honestly say is that, like, I'm not alone. It's so crazy to really be in this world right now, especially seeing so many opposing views and so many people kind of all over the place with just the state of the world and, of course, the creator economy itself. And like, seeing how many of us were all inside, like, we want to meet new people, but we kind of brought a friend to hang out with, so we weren't going to be alone. But now it's kind of hard to figure out how to like introduce yourself. And I have talked about this a couple of times, which is one of the reasons I always like to put on a fit. And what I was wearing last night was this top from H&M that I did layer over another top from H&M. This may look familiar if you watch my early spring outfits video. The River Island pants as well, paired with the Lulu's boots. Again, I have told y'all, you really just can't take the 9 to 5 out of me. And whenever I hear like mixer event, I still go into a little bit of like corporate, but really kind of finding a way to make it more everyday and more kind of edgy, I would say, in me. So I really like how that outfit looked. And it did get me stopped a lot, and I met a lot of new people because of it. So as you're going to some of these events, do lean on things like that. A good perfume, a good statement piece, a good outfit, like that really helps people get an in with you, especially because I kind of get why guys be stressed out when girls travel in groups, because last night it was kind of that way. It's like there are some people who I really did want to talk to, but I didn't want to abandon my friend. I also didn't want to like interrupt their conversation with their friends. So keep that in mind too as you're going to some of these networking events. Like I have actually found that going by myself as scary. And guys, when I say like I be sweating, my heart be pounding scary, as scary as that still is for me, I do find that I meet more people that way. And it also is just a good challenge. Like I will say I try to do one networking event by myself and then one with my friends as well. And as you saw, I brought Eden last night because she also needs to be in rotation and getting back outside. And after we have filmed 3 episodes of our upcoming podcast, Grit and Glam, where we are helping women pursue their creative dreams with courage and confidence, y'all, it was such a kind of great moment because we had just interviewed Amber like the day before, then went into her event, and really just kind of seeing everything that she has really put into and brought to fruition has just been really, really cool and really powerful, and reminded me of just the goal of all of this, right? Because for me, it's really about helping you. Like, I really love being able to show you how to make an impact through style, get the life you want, the confidence you want, and really just step into that power that you have, because it did take me quite a while. Quite a while to find mine, which I have talked about. So on tap for today, I need to hurry up and get changed because I want to get to the coffee shop early enough to shoot before it gets crowded. That's always my strategy when I am shooting in public. I get asked this question a lot, is I really am strategic about time of day. Typically, I find like first thing in the morning, especially during like a Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, and today's Friday, that the coffee shops are not generally overpacked. I find the weekends, I don't even bother. Like, you just know the tables are gonna be taken, there's gonna be too many people to navigate around. So I really want something that's gonna be fun and some contrast to the outfit, y'all. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to show y'all because I did not know. I did not know True Religion was coming like this. So this fit, I'm so excited to show off. So let me get changed and we're gonna go to the coffee shop, and you are gonna get a look at the shooting process and what all of that kind of looks like in real time. And of course, just like shooting in public and overcoming that really big fear. Now, I know I probably made that look easy, but this is, again, years of practice and also knowing the places, knowing the locations. As you saw, I did actually purposefully have the camera looking out at the crowd while I was taking the photos, just so you could see that a lot of people are honestly unfazed. Like, they are used to seeing this. They are kind of minding their own business. And again, it's also become a really great conversation starter. I have had people come up to me and say, oh my gosh, like, what do you do? What are you shooting for? And that really helps me build the community offline as well. I think we often forget that community isn't just digital and influence isn't just digital. The amount of times people have come up to me and said that they are at a specific coffee shop or they bought something because they saw one of my posts, don't even follow me, never even liked the post, but had just seen it online and I inspired them. So I think that's the one really big takeaway I'm learning as I get more comfortable shooting, because as you saw, I was sitting there at my laptop overthinking it, like, is it not busy? Is now a good break? Because I also try not to be in the way, right? And as you saw, I moved my camera out of the way when people come in and just reset. That's one of the reasons I will say I am actually trying to expand my team and bring on a photographer or an assistant, because that will just cut that time down, and then that readjustment. I mean, it took me about 20-ish minutes to shoot what I wanted to shoot, just to make sure I got the angles I was looking for and the angles that the brand wanted as well. And I'm so excited. Like this, I love this, especially for spring right now. It's just so cool. And the pants, the pants are just so cozy. I feel like I'm wearing sweats, but I look so good, y'all. But I think the funnier thing is it's actually more stressful for me to try and capture myself capturing myself, like the camera, getting the camera, because I'm really worried about this angle looking good while also making sure I look good in the photo I'm actually taking. So I'm just still very much trying to navigate that for you guys. So that's one of the reasons I kind of suck at showing you behind the scenes, because I really don't want this process to take long. What is joyful is having fun, but worrying about the one camera and the other camera and all the angles, it can be a little overstimulating for me. So keep that in mind too if you're trying to figure out this content creation thing. You don't have to be the person that educates and shows the behind the scenes. You can just show you doing things. I think so many businesses and brands, again, it's like, I need content and then overwhelm themselves. I know I have done that a million times, instead of just like, what am I naturally doing today? And then how do I capture that in a way that does not make my process take any longer? Because again, I'm a Virgo. I have my internal clock going, like, I want this done by this time, this done by this time. And so I acknowledge that, like, adding the filming process, depending on what I'm filming and if I'm new at it or not, can make my day be a little bit longer or make something a little more stressful than I want it to. And this should overall be fun. Like showing up here or showing up to create or showing up in whatever your hobby should be, it really is more about making sure you're having fun in the journey and in the doing. And the results hopefully will come. Like, and if they don't, that's also okay, because you should be doing this because it's fun for you and it's what you want to do. I think so many people hearing about that last night at the event is just like all this pressure to perform and do well. And I'm like, I just be here having fun. And if the video pops off, great. And if it doesn't, again, as long as I helped one person, as long as one person was inspired or got a new idea or got put onto something and just felt better about themselves or where they're headed in life, like, the job's done, babes. The job's done. I'm not trying to save everybody in the world. I'm saving who I can. You know what I mean? Like, again, this isn't surgery. This isn't, saving lives like a doctor. But I do understand and have really loved the confidence and the journey and the life I've built for myself just in pursuing what has brought me joy and remembering why I started, which again is just to help people. I do still need to get some video of some of the other pieces that they sent me, and I am going live to do an unboxing. Let me, for the sake of time, because we also have an influencer dinner tonight. That's right, I told y'all it's gonna be a fun weekend. But you might have also noticed that I'm not working out in the mornings. I had to release that. We're gonna talk about it really quick. I am not a morning person. I don't like waking up early. And while I was doing morning workouts for 2 years, I just have found that it's not my best workouts. Like, yes, it gets done, but I'm not lifting as heavy. I'm not as focused. And usually it's because I've woken up late, hit my snooze button one too many times. Now I'm just trying to get the workout done so I can start my day at a certain time. Like, it's so hard to release that corporate 9 to 5 clock for me and that schedule. So if I woke up even like 30 minutes late, it's like my whole morning feels so stressful because I wanted to get my workout done, wanted to shower if I needed to wash my hair, and then trying to start my day by like 9. And y'all, again, like, I would try to wake up earlier. I get there's a lot of 5 a.m. warriors and they are trying to convince you that's the only way to be successful. It's not. It's not. Let me release you from that pressure. Make routines, make systems that work for you, and take into account what you're great at and take into account what you're not so great at. And after 2 years, I can attest that I gave it a good college try, and waking up early just is not my strong suit, especially to try and work out. So that's the other reason, for the sake of time. We're gonna go ahead and catch up during the live. You can see what's new and what I unboxed, and I'll show you just a couple of things that got sent over. Then we're gonna work out and get ready to go eat with the girls and have a good time. We might even pop out tonight because I am due for a little booty shaking. It's been since Jamaica, which was in January. And that's just too long for me. I'm gonna be honest, that's just too long. I need to make sure the knees work. I like to make sure I'm getting that trauma out by shaking my hips and the dance floor and a good DJ, that can be my ministry some days. So let me get back to work and we're gonna check in with the live.
Perfect.
Y'all, the fit for dinner tonight, because I might pop out, so I wanted something that was gonna fit for both. This leopard print top, pretty little thing. I bought it a while ago and I was waiting for a moment. Today is the day. Paired with the cargo jeans from Zara. Again, if you tuned into the live, it was such a good conversation, but really talking about how my style is really going back to a mix of younger meets older me. So younger me, of course, very tomboy, and then older me getting into the more feminine touches. And the unboxing, y'all, Plugged by Bianca sent me this gorgeous, gorgeous bag. Let me show you the details. How freaking cute. So this was kind of like, I need to wear this bag because, I mean, look at her. Look at her with all the zippers. That's what inspired the fit for the jewelry. Fashion Nova on the earrings. I have got my Zara bracelets and the bracelets I got while I was in Thailand. Then I also have this big chunky bracelet just to even it out from Fashion Nova. She also gifted me these 2 rings. I have been wanting initial rings for so long. So I love that I have the J and the B to go with my Soko ring, giving that very layered ring look I have been wanting to pull off for such a long time. Then on this hand, I have my go-to love ring from Vanessa Mooney. This tiger eye ring is from ASOS. Then my snake ring by Nature, the label. I'm going to, of course, wear a jacket. Let me grab it so you can see the full look. And, of course, the fragrance. 1 second. Adding in even more edge with this H&M trench coat because it is a little bit rainy outside. And it is also cold. Like, cold. So need a layer to make it outside. Then for the fragrance, y'all. Angel Nova by Mugler. When I say the girlies were all over me last night about this, and I think it's because this is not a fragrance that's very talked about just yet. Like, she's an undercover girly, so it seems a little bit subtle and different because I feel like a lot of girls keep reaching for the same fragrances. So I do like this because that plum, it just hits you in the best way. So I'm really, really smelling and loving myself. Now that we're dressed, let's get downtown and I can take you to Prima and the influencer dinner at Hollywood Town.
Many a night on these streets.
I thought about for a half a second going back because they actually had like at GM like a social media type thing, and then I was like, in office.
No hard pass.
No, I can't wake up early to save my life anymore.
Really?
It's so bad.
You seem like an early bird.
I hit my snooze like I'd be like snooze again. In fact, just wake me up at 8:30. Oh, you don't want to like.
Few things for the table to start.
She's like, yes.
And then
Got the whole crew. So cute. Yes, look.
day after day.
Behind the scenes of behind the scenes of behind the scenes. Really? I got yelled at all the time. Cheers! I haven't thought about that song in so long.
But I'm gonna be honest, I would never actually play that when I'm like
Around people, it's too much.
it's just a good like
Yes.
warm up. Like
Before we do the thing, I just know by the sauce I'm good. Like, I just know by the sauce I'm gonna be so happy.
for my next trip.
And for my next. Can we please talk about how silky smooth the milk came out for my latte today? Vortex game is getting strong. For those of you who are dabbling in the espresso game, you know how hard that low-key can be and why a lot of us were paying extra money for our lattes. And about dinner last night, y'all, it was so good and so restorative. I know that I'm really focusing on building deeper connections with my community, both offline and online. And so having that really special dinner, getting to know a lot of creators that I have seen in the space, like of course online in Detroit, but not quite in person, and had really deep conversations. And I love that Amber put together the cute little note cards so that we had something kind of to talk about, because similar to the night before, sometimes what happens is you get to these events and again, we all look like we can talk to everybody, we are naturally comfortable, like we are confident, but a lot of us are low-key introverts, and a lot of us still are navigating how to network, especially as, you know, you kind of are growing in popularity and your page grows. You're really wanting to make sure that the connections you're making are genuine, are authentic, you know what I mean? And so sometimes people just are trying to figure out how to navigate that and who's kind of the person that is genuine, who isn't. So I feel like last night was so great because I was just surrounded by a lot of people that truly wanted to support me and understand what that meant, and same with like us for their goals and dreams and things like that coming into their journey in 2025 and the goals that we all have set. And that's just what's so important about showing up, because y'all, it can be so easy with so many events to be like, I'm gonna skip out. And as someone who did used to do this, I will say that it did set me back in terms of the amount of community and a lot of things that I was kind of hoping to do, right? So definitely don't let your inner voice talk you out of what is most likely going to be a good time, and then also a great opportunity, even if you just meet one person. Sorry, y'all, my lips are so dry, but even if you're only meeting one person, I think that's the other thing. We also need to like level set expectations before going out. I know for me that looks like journaling, and I have really started to take even 5 or 10 minutes before either the day or an event like that and really ground myself and remind myself why I'm going, what I'm hoping to get out of it. And again, not add additional pressure in terms of like, I need to be everybody. I need to get pictures with everybody, because you might set too lofty of a goal, overwhelming yourself, and you don't even meet one new person. And honestly, as I'm sure you've heard so many creators talk about, like, one right person really can't make all the difference in this industry. So, and then I really overcame something that has been hard for me too this morning, and that was getting back into the daily walks. Ever since Anna passed, it's been so hard to bring that regimen back into my routine. It just, of course, makes me think of her, and it just gets so emotional. And even today, it was like I could feel the tears building up on that walk. But this is my third attempt at it. And I feel really good, and I do want to try and figure out how to get that back, because it has been so nice to also ground myself, and it has been a way that I've showed up for myself when life can be so busy. I think that's what I really loved about my walks with her, was like, it did not matter anything I had going on. After my workout in the morning, we were going for a walk. Before I ended the day, whether it was in the winter, so we had to go kind of earlier in the afternoon, or in the summer and we were waiting for the sun to go down so it wouldn't be so hot, like, I made that time to just tune out the world. Her and I would walk and just slow down. And I think that, honestly, I know that I can feel that I need that like regrounding. And that was something that, we talked about a lot last night, was how are you balancing everything? And sometimes it can feel like you're not. And it is because we do have to be so intentional, and I talk about that obviously in my style and getting dressed and what I'm bringing into my wardrobe, but that very much translates into my everyday as well, how I'm kind of showing up for myself, how I'm really just making those steps to get to where I say I would like to go, you know what I mean? Because there is that level of accountability, especially working for yourself, y'all. Like, it is not for the faint of heart, because it's on you at the end of the day. So I'm really proud of myself. It almost did not happen, but I was like, put on the shoes, get out the door. I'm like, even if you only make it halfway and turn back around. So that was really, really awesome. Today is very chill. I have another box coming, so I wanted to wait before I officially showed you everything that I unboxed yesterday, because I wanted that to show up. And I do need to get some editing done, because the content we shot yesterday needs to get sent to the brand today. That's what we're gonna go ahead and do. Enjoy breakfast and a little latte, get the editing done, and then we're gonna get into the new stuff I received. Content got submitted to True Religion, waiting for approvals. There's so much time that goes into that, guys. Like, that's one of the reasons, if you follow me on Threads and again have seen some of my other videos sharing just my creator journey and having these conversations, like, unless a brand is really offering you a lot, and I mean a lot, in terms of just like true value and or that association that will really catapult you into the next like level, do not work for free, y'all. Like, you see the amount of work that just went into taking some photos, taking some videos, having to edit all of that. Like, photographers get paid for their time, videographers get paid for their time, and they don't have to model or script or give any really creative ideas 99% of the time, and the amount of money that they get paid. So let that be a bit of a testament, again, like, just really being prepared and showing up and having that kind of value for yourself is something I learned. And in that, the other package has arrived. So let me actually dive deep into what was sent. I really want to start off with L'Occitane first. I have slowly been rotating them into my skincare routine, and they were generous enough to send me these facial cleansers. Now, it's going to be a while before I get to them, because I've been using La Roche-Posay for my skin, and I really am if it's not broke, especially when it comes to my skin, I don't need to change it. But I am running low on the micellar water that I use, which is just this from Garnier. It gets the job done, especially when I'm wearing makeup. So I will be able to try the micellar water that they sent over. I do like a good micellar water. I feel like it is really super hydrating. And if you are somebody who is dabbling just with double cleansing in general, the micellar water really just leaves my skin hydrated and glowy. But what I really am excited about, honestly, is cream face wash because this has shea in it. And one of the fun things that I didn't know, for everybody keeping up with sustainability like I absolutely do, L'Occitane is a certified B Corp company. Like, that is a very big deal. There are a lot of regulations that go into getting certified for being a B Corp company. So start keeping those things in mind. I know during my mall days, I've been doing more and more sharing like the recycled material content, really the sustainable journey, like we talked about that in Cotton On, as well as the Gap Try On, how a couple of those brands are starting to put that information on their tags. So be looking out for that as well. I know clean skincare in general can be hard to come by, but as we are looking how to be more sustainable in our beauty as well, be certified is a good step in the right direction. Then Justin from Bare Minerals, y'all know this is a beauty brand I have used since college. They were the first ones to help me feel confident in my acne covered skin, y'all. Like, the pimples were crazy. So the powder foundation was what really set it off. I have been loving their blush, and they have sent me over their bronzer. Okay, because y'all saw that I used their blush to get ready for the event on Thursday. So I'm very excited. This is their Gen Nude Blonzer, a one-of-a-kind blush bronzer. Okay. They sent over 2 shades. I'm very excited. So I have Kiss of Pink and Kiss of Copper. Let me open these really quickly. Okay, I am struggling. This is why I usually do my unboxings on the lives, because at least there's like some fun music or something I could be having in the background instead of y'all just watching me struggle. 2 seconds. Okay, this is what they look like. This is the Kiss of Pink. It's very soft, as you can see. Definitely more for the summertime for me, because I think this is going to be very, very light on my skin tone. And then the Copper, look at that. Okay, hold on. I'm going to open these so you can really appreciate how gorgeous that is. I have been swearing by their blush, so I'm very, very excited to try the idea of the blush bronzer. Again, especially in summertime, I feel like I'm still dabbling with my technique when it comes to bronzer. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like I finally nailed down the good blush, my contour that still feels very natural, because I'm still gonna be a 90s beauty fine baby. Like, I appreciate the glam. I do. My patience to put on a good glam look, like a true beat where I am baking and caking and soaking and doing all the things. At that point, I feel like I'm just gonna hire a team. Like, if I need to have a full-on glam look, I think I'm gonna get to that point where I'm going to let someone who is a professional professionally do that, while I learn and master my more natural everyday beauty looks. So that's why I love Bare Minerals, because I do feel like for just their range of products, again, I've been using their tinted moisturizer, their foundation, I've been using their highlighter blush recently. Like, they've really just gotten my skin tone down and really just have products that feel like and look like skin, which is so important to me. And for the most thoughtful PR box I've ever gotten actually came from Bianca, who has been a follower here on my YouTube channel and on Instagram, and she owns a Black-owned luxury bag company. So she sent me not only a bag, y'all, she also sent jewelry, which I was not expecting, and like the perfect jewelry for me. So I want to show you the jewelry first, and then we'll get into the bag. First and foremost, y'all know I love good statement hoops, and she sent me this twist style, which is right up my alley. Look, you can hear that quality. And they're just so gorgeous and fun everyday hoops. Hold on, I'm gonna put them in so you can see the size and what they look like. I mean, they're not too thick. They're very, very light. I know that's what a lot of people's concern is when you have good quality, but the statement is being stated, okay? And she sent me gold rings because, again, y'all know I love statement gold jewelry. I just love that she did her homework. Like, the brands that take their time and do their homework, that's gonna tell you how well your partnership is gonna go. I swear to goodness. Like, if you are somebody dabbling in this space, please, how these brands approach you, how they let you choose or not choose some of the products, it's gonna kind of set the tone what they're like to work with. The gold jewelry, y'all, because she gave me something I have been wanting for a while. First of all, these really fun statement rings, they are all adjustable, which I absolutely love because I want to make sure I can wear my rings on most of my fingers. But she also gave me my initials, and I have been wanting initial bubble letter rings for a long time. and I just have not pulled the trigger on any. So look at, and these might look familiar because yes, I did wear these to dinner last night, getting to show them off. A huge thank you to Bianca because also the bag, which you may have peeped last night as well. Bow. Bow, how cute are these front zippers? So spacious. This fit everything I needed it to fit last night. And she gives you multiple long straps. Like some brands literally just give you one. You have just the classic black, you have the gold, and then you have the short one. That quality, okay? Quality, customer service, understanding your audience. Just, she nails it. If you've not checked out Plugged, I'm gonna link it down below because y'all, the bags, the quality, it's giving. Those were the things I got in a look at the last couple of days, guys. I was really just reminded that opportunities do not just come to you. Like, you absolutely need to show up, be prepared, and then be ready to perform and maximize on these opportunities. I am so grateful for the network and the community that I have here online and in person. It's really just been so amazing to feel the support and also see the growth, not only in the communities in Detroit and the opportunities in Detroit, but just with you as well. I feel like I've been getting closer and closer to you more and more as I make these videos and being able to be myself and share more of just my life here living in Michigan as someone who came from a small town who really has had to build from the ground up. Again, all I really knew was the traditional route. I've never really owned or ran a business. So it's just been so rewarding to just be invited into these spaces and then make the most of these spaces by meeting new people and deepening the connections. So let this be your reminder to not just show up, but to really show out, okay? And thank you so much for joining me this weekend. If you enjoyed these videos, I have an entire playlist where we can hang out even more. I have some very exciting videos on the horizon for you guys, so make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a video. And thank you so much for hanging out with me this weekend and letting me share just a little slice of my life. And let's continue to hang out even more, kiki chit chat in this playlist.